Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to call the Monday, October 26th meeting of the Council's Transportation and Infrastructure Committee to order. I do detect a quorum, and we initially had scheduled a presentation from NDOT about our walk and bike plan and about Vision Zero and about how they prioritize projects. Due to the scheduling conflict, we were not able to do that. They'll come present with us at the next meeting, at the first meeting in November. So everybody, please look forward to that. The kind of timely element of that discussion is that our capital improvements budget requests are due by mid-November. So if you have any questions about that, reach out to, we've got Matt Purvis here, who's our council liaison with NDOT. If you haven't met him yet, please introduce yourself. You can reach out to him with questions. Also, Matt Wilkinson handles CIB stuff here in our office. So reach out to either of them if you have specific questions about potential CIB items. I also wanted to take a moment. I'm sure that everybody here has gotten a chance to meet the folks from water, from solid waste specifically. And I wanted to just introduce John Honeysucker, who is the council liaison. It's been a few weeks since I've done this. Yes. Sir, I believe you are on. If you'd please introduce yourself to anyone who hasn't met you yet. No, okay. Sir, I believe you're good now.
Okay, good afternoon to the council, and my name is John Honeysucker. I'm the Assistant Director of Waste Services. As always, I enjoy working with the council in any shape, form, or fashion. My official title is Assistant Director of Waste Services and the council liaison, but also I'm a vessel for the city. No matter what it is, I'm here to serve. And that's the way we're groomed over at Metro Water. But whether it's water related or any service related, that's what we're here for, to help you all in any shape, form, or fashion. So if there's anything I can do for you, I'm only a phone call away. And I'd like to bring up my sidekick and partner in crime, Miss Mary Peoples.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for having me here tonight. I'm always glad to be here, and as it's hard to follow John because he's a class act with all that he probably has a shorter list of what he doesn't do because he does everything. But I am with Metro Water Services. I'm an administrative services officer, council liaison. So I work with John as well as have a pivotal role in that I support the director suite in the day-to-day office operations. And as John said, I'm here to help you with whatever your needs are. A lot of times we tag team now, but he gets in the weeds more than I do, but I'm more than willing to help in any way that I can. Just reach out and let me know. And I look forward to working with each and every one of you on this term. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. And I know that the official job title of Mr. Honeysucker is Assistant Director, Solid Waste. Also just a fantastic point person for everything water related. So he can point you to the right desk for your issue. And he's very great at his job. So thank you for being here, both of y'all. Thank you. All right, we've got a lengthy agenda. First, we have public comment. We did not have any signups for public comment. Is there anyone here who wishes to make a public comment at the beginning of this meeting? Seeing none, so we will move on to our lengthy agenda. I have most of these items on consent, accepting a substitute ordinance for a aerial, or all of the above and below encroachment in item number 9 on the committee agenda, BL 2023-11. Is there anything else on the committee agenda that needs to come off of consent for discussion or other action? All right, we're going to have number 3 not on consent as well. Council Member Allen, give me 1 second. You're recognized.
Mr. Chair, silence my phone. Just for the viewing audience who may not have the agenda, it may be helpful to read those bill numbers as opposed to the agenda number, because number 3 doesn't necessarily tell the
Thank you.
the
That's
folks
a very
on
good
TV
point.
world what we're saying. Thank you.
That's a very good point. So as of now, we've got everything on consent except for BL 2023-5 and 2023-11. Do any other items on our agenda need to come off? So just for the new folks and for the viewing audience, this agenda is very lengthy. It's mostly full of utility easements, things like that, aerial encroachments that have kind of built up over the month of not having council meetings. So we have an unusually high volume of these things to get through tonight. I'm going to be reading the captions for all these bills for quite some time. So grab a cup of coffee and settle in. Without any other objections or notes, I'm going to get into reading the captions of the consent agenda. All right, item 1, Resolution 2023-56 by Porterfield, Parker, Welsh, and others. This accepts a federal financial assistance award of domestic grant from the United States Department of Agriculture, Forest Services to the Metro Nashville Water and Sewerage Services Department to help replant Nashville's diminishing tree canopy and retain all the benefits it provides. Item 2 is BL 2023-4 by Taylor, Porterfield, Rutherford, and Parker. This approves a participation agreement between the Metro Nashville Department of Transportation and Multimodal Infrastructure and the Cheatham County Railroad Authority for the rehabilitation and repair of the overhead railroad bridge crossing Albion Street and an upgrade to Albion Street under the bridge. Item 4 by Cap, Rutherford, and Parker. This is BL 2023-6. This amends the Geographic Information System street and alley centerline layer for the Metropolitan Government by abandoning a portion of North 18th Street unimproved right-of-way. Item 5, this is BL 2023-7 by Vo, Rutherford, and Parker. This amends the Geographic Information System street and alley centerline layer for the Metropolitan Government by abandoning a portion of Hillside Avenue right-of-way fronting map 105050511100. Item 6 on the consent agenda is BL 2023-8 by Benedict, Rutherford, and Parker. This amends the Geographic Information System street and alley centerline layer for the Metropolitan Government by abandoning a portion of Keller Avenue and Scott Avenue right-of-way at southeast corner of map 072064N90000CO. Item 7 on our agenda is BL 2023-9 by Welch, Rutherford, and Parker. This amends the Geographic Information System street and alley centerline layer for the Metropolitan Government by abandoning alley number 1838, right-of-way between Cruzen Street and Winford Avenue. Item 8 on our agenda is BL 2023-10 by Coupin, Rutherford, and Parker. This authorizes Rutledge Flats LLC to install, construct, and maintain aerial and underground encroachments in the right-of-way located at 622 3rd Avenue South. Next item on the consent agenda is on our agenda, item 10. This is BL 2023-12 by Porterfield and Parker. This approves a contract between the Metropolitan Government and FLW Southeast to provide Siemens process instrumentation products, parts, repair, and services. Parts and repair services. Next is item 11. This is BL 2023-13 by Gadd, Rutherford, Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept permanent and temporary easements for the Meadowcrest Lane Stormwater Improvement Project for 3 properties located at 5611 and 5613 Meadowcrest Lane and 5222 Bon Air Circle. Item 12 on our agenda is BL 2023-14 by Cap, Rutherford, and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to abandon easement rights for future property located at 936 Riverside Drive, formerly a portion of Waters Avenue. Item 13 on our agenda is BL 2023-15 by Rutherford and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept new public sanitary sewer mains, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements for 2 properties located at West Division Street, unnumbered, in Hermitage, Wilson County, also known as the Canebrake Subdivision, Phase 1A. Item 14 on our agenda is BL 2023-16, sponsored by Rutherford and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept new public sanitary sewer main, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements for 2 properties located at West Division Street, unnumbered, in Hermitage, Wilson County, also known as Canebrake Subdivision, Phase 1B. Item 15 on our agenda is BL 2023-17 by Rutherford and Parker. This authorizes Metropolitan Government to accept new public water and sanitary sewer main, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements for 2 properties located at 4421 and 4395 Maxwell Road, also known as Percy Cove off-site. Item 16 is also on our consent agenda. This is BL 2023-18 by Rutherford and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan government to accept new public water and sanitary sewer mains, fire hydrant assemblies, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements for 3 properties located at 4421 and 4395 Maxwell Road and Maxwell Road unnumbered, also known as Percy Cove. Next is item 17. This is BL 2023-19 by Gamble, Rutherford, Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County to accept new public sanitary sewer mains, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements for 3 properties located at 1269 Hunters Lane and Hunters Lane unnumbered, also known as Heritage Creek Phase 5. Next is item 18. This is BL 2023-20 by Gamble, Rutherford, Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept a new public sanitary sewer main, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements for property located at Hunters Lane unnumbered, also known as Heritage Creek Phase 6. Item 19 on our agenda is also on the proposed consent agenda. This is BL 2023-21 by Welsh, Rutherford, Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to abandon existing public water main and to accept new public water mains, fire hydrant assembly, sanitary sewer manhole, and easements for property located at Tuggle Avenue unnumbered, also known as Tuggle SP. Next is item 20. This is BL 2023-22 by Stiles, Rutherford, Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to abandon existing public water mains to accept the relocation of a fire hydrant assembly and new public water main for property located at 4001 Cane Ridge Parkway, also known as Cane Ridge Parkway Water Main Adjustment. Item 21 on our agenda is BL 2023-23. This is by Rutherford, Parker, and Lee. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept a new public water pressure reducing station, new public water and sanitary sewer mains, fire hydrant assemblies, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements for 4 properties located at 5866 Pettus Road and Pettus Road unnumbered, also known as Cedars of Cane Ridge, Phase 1. Next, item 22 on our agenda is BL 2023-24 by Rutherford, Parker, and Lee. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept new public water and sanitary sewer mains, fire hydrant assemblies, sanitary sewer manholes, adjustment of a sanitary sewer manhole, and easements for property located at 7211 Carruthers Road, also known as Carruthers Crossing, Phase 5A. Next is item 23 on our agenda. This is BL 2023-25 by Taylor, Rutherford, and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to abandon existing public water main and to accept new public water mains for property located at 3107B Bellwood Street, also known as Bellwood Condominiums. Next, item 24 on our agenda is BL 2023-26 by Rutherford and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept new public water and sanitary sewer mains, fire hydrant assembly, and sanitary sewer manhole for 2 properties located at 1015 and 1016 Gant Hill Drive, also known as Old Burkett Road, Phase 2. Next is item 25 on our agenda. This is BL 2023-27 by Welsh, Rutherford, and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to abandon existing public sanitary sewer mains, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements, and to accept new sanitary sewer mains, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements for 8 properties located at Thompson Lane and Grandview Avenue. Next is item 26 on our agenda. This is BL 2023-28 by Toombs, Rutherford, and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept new public water and sanitary sewer mains, fire hydrant assemblies, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements for 2 properties located at 2423 Buena Vista Pike and Buena Vista Pike unnumbered, also known as Buena Vista Hearth and Haven. Next is item 27. This is BL 2023-29. This authorizes the 2023-29 by Benedict Rutherford Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept new public sanitary sewer main and sanitary sewer manholes for property located at Hart Lane, unnumbered. Next is item 28. This is BL 2023-30. This is by Rutherford and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept new public sanitary sewer main, sanitary sewer manhole, and easements for 3 properties located at 1303, 1401, and 1425 Gallatin Pike. Next is item 29. This is BL 2023-31 by Johnston, Rutherford, and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept new public sanitary sewer main, sanitary sewer manhole, fire hydrant assemblies, and easements for 2 properties located at 717B Old Hickory Boulevard and 5600B Oaks Drive. Up next is item 30. This is BL 2023-32 by Taylor, Rutherford, and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County to accept new public water and sanitary sewer main and sanitary sewer manhole for property located at 3124 Torbett Street. Next is item 31 on our agenda. This is BL 2023-33 by Coupin, Rutherford, and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to abandon existing water and sanitary sewer mains and sanitary sewer manhole, and to accept new public water and sanitary sewer mains and sanitary sewer manholes for property located at 118 12th Avenue South, also known as Hyatt Caption Hotel. Next is item 32. This is BL 2023 2023-34 by Greg, Rutherford, and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept new public water and sanitary sewer mains, fire hydrant assemblies, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements for 2 properties located at 1908 Lebanon Pike and Lebanon Pike unnumbered. Next is item 33. This is BL 2023-35 by Welsh, Rutherford, and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept new public water and sanitary sewer mains, fire hydrant assemblies, sanitary sewer manholes, and easement for property located at 145B Whitsett Road, also known as Whitsett Townhomes. Next on our agenda is item number 34. This is BL 2023-36 by Evans, Rutherford, and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept new public water and sanitary sewer mains, fire hydrant assemblies, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements for property located at Kemp Drive unnumbered. Next on our agenda is item 35. This is BL 2023-37 by Taylor, Rutherford, and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept a new public water main for 2 properties located at 2202 and 2204 Batavia Street, also known as Batavia Street Water Extension. Next is item 36. This is BL 2023-38 by Coopin, Rutherford, and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to abandon existing public sanitary sewer main and sanitary sewer manhole and to accept new public sanitary sewer main and sanitary sewer manhole for property located at 1414 3rd Avenue North, also known as the Astor. Next on our agenda is item 37 by Coopin, Rutherford, Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to abandon existing public sanitary sewer main, sanitary sewer manhole, and easements, and to accept new public sanitary sewer mains, sanitary sewer manhole easements, and the rehabilitation of 2 existing sanitary sewer manholes for property located at 419 Gay Street, also known as NES Central Substation. Next on our agenda is item 38. This is BL 2023-40 by Eslick, Rutherford, Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to abandon existing public water main and easement and to accept the vertical relocation of 2 sanitary sewer manholes, new public water main, and easement for property located at 1050 Donaldson Avenue, also known as Old Hickory Community Center. Next, item 39 on our agenda is BL 2023-41 by Stiles, Rutherford, and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept new public sanitary sewer mains and sanitary sewer manholes for 2 properties located at 5400 and 5450 Mount View Road. Next is item 40 on our agenda. This is BL 2023-42 by Rutherford and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept new public sanitary sewer mains, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements for 2 properties located at 9853, 9837 Split Log Road in Williamson County. Next is item 41 on our agenda. This is BL 2023-43 by Eslick, Rutherford, Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept new sanitary sewer force main and appurtenance for 6 properties at Jones Circle, also known as the homes at Jones Circle. Item 42, BL 2023-44 by Parker and Rutherford authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept new public sanitary sewer mains, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements for 3 properties located at 272 and 288 Broadmoor Drive and 301 Ben Allen Road, also known as Ben Allen Ridge Apartments on site. Next, item 43 on our agenda is BL 2023-45 by Taylor, Rutherford, and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept new public sanitary sewer manhole for property located at 4000 Dr. Walter S. David Boulevard, also known as LIV Anthem. Number 44, this is BL 2023-46 by Cash, Rutherford, and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to abandon existing water and sanitary sewer mains, fire hydrant assemblies, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements, and to accept new public water, sanitary sewer, and combined sewer mains, fire hydrant assemblies, sanitary and combined sewer manholes and easements, the relocation of 1 public fire hydrant assembly, and the conversion of combined sewer main from public to private for property located at 2600 Jess Neely Drive, also known as Vanderbilt University Central Utilities Initiative Project. Next on our agenda is item 45. This is BL 2023-47 by Cap, Rutherford, and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to abandon existing public water mains and to accept new water and sanitary sewer mains and sanitary sewer manholes for property located at 701 South 6th Street, also known as Boscobel 5 and 6 development. Next item on our agenda is 46. This is BL 2023-48 by Ellis, Rutherford, and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept new water and sanitary sewer mains, fire hydrant assemblies, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements for property located at 3156 Anderson Road. Next on our agenda, item 47, this is BL 2023-49 by Gamble, Rutherford, and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept new public sanitary sewer mains, sanitary sewer manholes, and easement for property located at 401 East Williams Avenue, also known as Williams Retreat Phase 2. Item 48 on our agenda is BL 2023-50 by Cash, Rutherford, and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan Government to abandon existing sanitary sewer mains, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements, and to accept new public sanitary sewer mains, sanitary sanitary sewer manholes and easements for 4 properties located at Caldwell Avenue, also known as Belmont Caldwell Hall 2. On the last page, we begin with item 49 on our agenda. This is BL 2023-51 by Cap Rutherford Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan government to accept new public sanitary sewer main, sanitary sewer manhole, and relocation of a fire hydrant assembly for property at 501 Sylvan Street, also known as 5th and Summer. Item 50, this is BL 2023-52 by Bradford, Rutherford, and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan government to abandon an existing public fire hydrant assembly and to accept a new public fire hydrant assembly for property located at Ned Shelton Road, unnumbered, also known as Air Park Commerce. Last item on our consent agenda is item 51. This is BL 2023-53 by Toombs, Rutherford, and Parker. This authorizes the Metropolitan government to abandon existing public sanitary sewer manhole and to accept the new sanitary sewer main and public sanitary sewer manholes for 3 properties located at 2401, 2403A, and 2403B Grover Street. So that is all of the items that we have on our consent agenda. Again, that is everything that was on our agenda except BL 2023-5 and BL 2023-11. Does anything else need to come off of the consent agenda? Seeing nothing, would a member please move the consent agenda? Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor of recommending approval of the consent agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And any not voting? Okay, thank you. We have dispensed with a lengthy consent agenda. That brings us to our first item that was not on consent. Item 3 on our agenda, this is BL 2023-5 by Benedict, Rutherford, and Parker. Amends the Geographic Information System street and alley centerline layer for the Metropolitan government by renaming Due West Avenue between Gallatin Pike and Fernbank Drive to Montague Way. I think, do we need a motion from someone? Benedict's a member. I'll go to Councilmember Benedict. Councilmember Benedict, you're recognized on your bill.
Thank you, Chair. I'd like to move a 1 meeting deferral.
Can I get a second on that? All right, 1 meeting deferral properly moved and seconded. Any discussion on a 1 meeting deferral? Okay, all those in favor of a 1 meeting deferral recommendation, please say aye. Any opposed? Any not voting? Okay, thank you. Recommended for a 1 meeting deferral. And our last item of business today, number 9 on our agenda, this is BL 2023-11 by Coopin, Rutherford, and Parker. Is Coopin on do we need a motion from someone? He's on the, all right, Councilmember Coopin is on the roster, so he can move it. Councilmember Coopin, you are recognized.
Thank you, Chair. I would like to move approval.
You've got a substitute.
Yes.
Do you want us to consider the substitute?
I'm going to defer to the council office on that one. This is one that y'all reached out to me about.
It's recommended that you move the substitute for consideration.
And I would like to move the substitute, please.
All right. Any second? Moved and seconded. Any discussion on the substitute? Any questions for the council member or staff? Seeing none, all those in favor of the substitute, please say aye. Any opposed? Any not voting? Thank you. So unanimous in support of the substitute. And if you'd like to move your bill as substituted, we'll vote on that as well.
Then I would like to move it as substitute, please.
All right. Properly seconded. Any discussion on the bill as substituted? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? Any not voting? All right. Thank you. We recommend approval unanimously. And with that, we have dispensed with our business precisely on time, I might add. Thanks, everyone, for your patience. And I believe planning and zoning is up next here at 4:30. Thank y'all.